Sleeping on the street.
It's my Mardi Gras shirt. Shut the fuck up.
What the hell? Did you leave it on a parade route? That is the most wrinkled shirt I've ever seen. You're a disaster.
Have you seen how everyone else dresses around here? Like,
At
it matters.
least they're well ironed.
That's true.
That actually looks like the shirt Kennedy was murdered in.
But enough of this palaver.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Hey, stay tuned here at Mardi Gras.
Yeah, we have spread the virus to Mardi Gras. Why? We still don't know.
I think there's enough virus here for everybody. Believe me, before we even got here, I think there was this city is steeped in virus. Ugh.
It was funny. We moved the show inside for now, and then we're going to go out on this balcony. And I was looking at Anthony before the show, and Anthony goes, I will never be back here again.
Yeah, we've said that in the past. We said that last time we were here. For some reason, we came back. Technically, I think it's working better, but the same stuff, the same stuff that kept us from wanting to come back again is firmly in place.
Yep.
The stench, the belligerent drunks. And I'm just talking about our own crew that we brought with us. And I looked at Steve. I didn't mean that, Steve. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Steve is under the weather, and it's not because of alcohol poisoning today.
Nothing to do with booze.
He ate something, I guess. I guess he has some kind of food poisoning happening. And I'm scared because I had the same thing he did last night at dinner, which we'll get into in a minute here. And he's really sick. He's got the Pepto-Bismol and Bismo. Pepto-Bismol. And he's way under the weather, definitely.
Green.
Wait, it has nothing to do with the drinking.
No, it has nothing. No.
Maybe that olive was bad in the martini.
Yeah, that one olive and that one martini. No, there was nothing. I don't, and it may have something to do with my little reduced anatomy that
That's
is
true.
making this.
Your penis? What?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
my small penis is making this food poisoning exponentially worse.
Yeah, for the new listeners, Martini Steve has a very, very tiny stomach. He used to weigh about 400 pounds. What are you down to, 260?
260, 265 now.
So, and he can't handle his food.
He had it banded or something, right? In essence, they put a cock ring around your stomach.
Exactly,
inside,
and this cock ring is around my stomach is preventing me from vomiting up whatever nastiness I have inside me. So it gets, I can't puke it up. So it just gets, I try to, and it gets stuck coming back. So
it's just got to work its way back out the other end. Right?
Exactly.
You know, like a horse. He can't throw up. He just stands there and eats oats until he dies. Creep.
Thank you.
I got to acknowledge one thing. Does XM realize that this is a complete waste of time?
No.
I mean, we've been in such a great flow back in New York. The radio show has been rocking. We're really throwing some great radio programs at the listeners and stuff. And then they sent us down here
into a combat zone
to just kind of party and just talk about it.
Hang out.
Like, we have a ton of stuff we could talk about, but we're not going to get any real radio done today.
No, if we were back in the studio, we would be talking about the news, things like that. We don't even have a newspaper. I have not seen a newspaper since we've been here. I have not even scanned over a newspaper since we've been here. What was that, Steve's stomach?
Yeah, Steve, what are you doing?
You want a newspaper?
All right, get to USA Today or something.
Oh, yeah, there are actually newspapers around here?
There's one on your
I didn't
door
think
every
anyone...
morning.
Oh, who the hell can read here in New Orleans?
So, but I just want to acknowledge that because it was so frustrating because yesterday we're trying to do a radio show and then Anthony and I realized, what are we doing? It's all about just drinking, looking at girls' tits, and trying to knock drinks out of people's hands with the beads.
Which is fine if you're not doing a radio show.
Right.
Because before the show started, we were doing just that. And me and Jimmy, at least, didn't want to even start the show. So we wanted to stay out there and throw... We are the... Jimmy said it. We are the assholes here. We are the assholes here. Out of everyone here at Mardi Gras, we are the assholes. Everyone else is throwing the beads out to people. We're holding them in our fists, clumped in a ball, staring at people, trying not to let them see us. And then when someone puts their head down with an open drink down the street, we fire at them. And if you can knock that drink out of your hand, we laugh like retards. And it is the best feeling when you leave someone covered in Bloody Mary, wondering, I had a drink a second ago.
Yeah.
And now it's just completely gone. It is the best thing. And we were laughing our asses off.
And the best part, you guys have been like nailing people with headshots and things like that. I mean, really hard with really big beads.
Yeah.
And then they look up and they see the beads on the ground and they pick them up and go, thank you.
Yeah, and then they kind of
Like they have no idea that they're just a moving target.
Me, Jimmy, your brother, we're going for the drinks. Very small target, very strategic. Ben he's cackling like a madman, throwing these heavy, sharp beads at women's open backs. with the open back chairs. He's like, "Did you see the fat slut I hit across the street?" Yeah, Ben, we saw that.
Jim wanted to hit her first. Jim goes, "I'm going to hit her," and you tossed it, you missed, and then I hit her 2 seconds later.
I kind of called it out. I was pointing and I was saying "fat pig in the green shirt." Right. That was code for throw beads at her. And I was trying to knock her drink out, and then stupid sociopath just starts throwing them at her fat back, and it was kind of funny.
It made a whipping sound when it hit her.
So what's going to happen, we're going to try to do a little radio, then we're going to go out on the balcony, and this whole show is just going to be commentary as we try to nail people with beats.
Yeah, that's what it degenerates to.
Let's lower the expectations. If you're out there in Radio Land expecting a great Mardi Gras broadcast from Opie and Anthony, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have an interview with some of the float people, the people that go on the floats in the parade. Or we'll talk to maybe the mayor of New Orleans. Will come up and tell us about Mardi Gras and how it's changed over the years.
Well, it is Fat Tuesday. Does anyone even know what that means?
Nope.
It's Tuesday at Lady Di's house. No, I have no clue. That's Fat Drunk Tuesday.
It's just an excuse to let people dress up in the most whacked out costumes you'll ever see.
It gives carte blanche.
It's Halloween out there.
Yeah.
Guys are dressing like fairies, but it's okay because it's Fat Tuesday.
This is one of those days like Halloween in the Village in New York City that just is an open invitation to gay guys to completely come out of the closet and dress like gay people, like slutty fags.
Right.
I saw a guy walking down the street. What the hell was he wearing? He had an open-ass chaps on.
Yeah. Oh, no, he had a
cook apron?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, one guy was wearing a cook apron with nothing on the back. So
and a chicken mask.
And a chicken head mask.
And he was choking a chicken is what he had, like a rubber chicken, and then his hairy ass was there for everybody.
Waiting to see him giving a BJ at the Overlook Hotel. You open up the door. Great party.
The best part about that, there was an old lady following the guy, just taking snapshots of his ass as he's walking to bring home with her. But
laws go out the window. People just drunk. I mean, the drunks that come to this thing. Because you wouldn't come here unless you're a drunk.
No, well, Club Soda Kenny said, walking back from breakfast, he said, "This is the land of the raging alcoholic."
Yeah, it absolutely is. People just drink at all hours. The bar in the hotel opens at, when are they open? Like 6?
Bar at the hotel. You don't even have to go to the actual bar. They have a wet bar set up right in the lobby.
In the lobby of the hotel, in case you can't get to the bar in the hotel. If you need a drink before you can even get to the bar, which is probably 20 feet away, if you're in the lobby going, "I need a drink now," they put a bar in the lobby for you.
I think people come down here just to justify their alcoholism.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they walk around at 7 in the morning with these just hurricanes and the craziest blood.
A lot of bloodies.
The spiciest Bloody Marys you'll ever drink in your life.
Look at me.
Yeah, and they look at each other like, "Oh, see, I am normal after all."
Yeah, everyone else is like me. Yeah, it's a big group hug for drunks.
Here's all you need to know about Louisiana. The state bird is a bloated liver.
By the way, we finally found something that Master Poe is good at.
We finally found something you're good at.
We're calling Master Poe the Master MC. He's out on Bourbon Street as we're up here doing a radio show, handing out WOW stickers like I've never seen anyone hand out WOW stickers. And he's starting like a whole line dancing thing in the middle of the street with girls.
He's Denny Terrio with a gi.
Right. He's not handing them out. He's taking the WOW sticker out, and he's getting girls to bend over, and he's like gently taking his time putting it on their ass and sending them off with a WOW sticker.
But you see what he does before he even sticks it on their ass? Like the girls bend over, and normally you would just bend at your knees or maybe bend at your waist to get low enough to put the sticker on. He bends down into this pose like when someone in the Matrix comes down from height and they land on the ground in that cool little unique squat pose. That's how Poe poses. And then slowly wipes the sticker on. He's got a whole ritual that he does. And then he actually had a dance line going in the middle of Bourbon Street. And he got girls together, all wows all over him, about 5 girls behind him, and he starts dancing. And the girls are, copying his little dance. It's a spontaneous dance number.
And then he grabbed the wireless mic from the bar across the way, and he's just making announcements to all of Bourbon Street that we're broadcasting live.
And you would think we would appreciate this and sit there and go, "Wow, Poe is really tearing it up, doing a good job." No, Opie starts getting fistfuls of beads and pelting Poe with damn good shots, I must say. We're completely across Bourbon Street. Poe's on the other side of Bourbon Street. And Opie nailed him first shot square in the top of his head.
Well, I'm a frustrated pitcher. I wanted to pitch when I was
It was fantastic. And then Poe went to point. another time, and Opie had just thrown it, and the bees went around his finger. It was a great shot.
It was an amazing shot. I got to give myself credit on that one.
But that's what we've been doing, throwing beads at people.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We're at the Crazy Horse. Last night after the show, we went downstairs, checked out some of the local talent.
I hung last night. I was out of the room. I hung for the duration.
I got an announcement. Howard Hughes left his hotel room and hung out with us last night.
I had my Purell.
And you were spending money like Howard Hughes, too.
I had my boy in the plastic bubble suit that I walked around in. Oh, I was spending money like Howard Hughes.
Dude, it's getting ridiculous because we walked out of the front door of the hotel. Well, no, we had to go out the side door or whatever. And the smell was too bad for Anthony, so he wanted to walk all the way around the block, even though we had to go, 30 yards to the left?
It was so disgusting when we walked out of that hotel. The stench of vomit and garbage, and I would love to be able to really convey that to the audience, but you can't. This is a smell that you cannot even convey. Picture maybe if you just were up vomiting all night into the back of a garbage truck, and Tom from New Orleans breathed on you.
And then dump stale beer on the puke.
Yeah, stale beer on the puke.
Have you used your hotel sponge yet?
No, I haven't. They give you sponges for your shoes to wash your shoes off.
In every room you get a little shoe sponge that you could use to wipe off your shoes.
All I know is I had to wash my hat off last night, which is saying something. I had gunk on my hat. And when gunk is spewing up that high, God knows where it was coming from. I think that was last night when we... what did we do last night when we got back to the hotel? Oh, that's right. We stood out on the balcony and threw beads at people.
we somehow got into the Southern Comfort Party and then just elbowed our way up to the balcony and started just throwing beads at people.
Kenny absconded an entire box of beads.
It smelled like cat urine.
They smelled like cat urine, the beads. Smelled like cat piss. So we had big fistfuls of these, and again, we were just throwing them, heaving them at people's drinks, and cackling like idiots.
Norton is having a great time with this, because you usually don't like to hang either, but you found something you're really into.
I'm loving it, dude.
You're obsessing about just knocking the drinks out of people's hands with the beads.
All I'm thinking about is what time the first break is, so I can begin pelting people with the heavier beads that we have. We have good, heavy beads.
Oh, I called one that I had before. I was with Brett, Opie's brother, and I was like, dude, I got the bunker busters. And just wadded it up. It was the size of like a cantaloupe in my hand. And some guy walked by, and it's really hard to miss when you got beads like that, because they just spread out when you throw them. And I nailed this guy, and I swear to God, he looked like it just zapped and disappeared from his hand. He had no clue where it went, what happened. And again, the laughter ensued up on the balcony as we hide like faggots.
Yeah, we did just cowardly duck back.
We duck back so they can't see us.
My brother's a good shot, no?
Yeah. Oh, he's been scoring some great hits.
Yeah.
Great hits. It's a fun game.
Well, we after the show, we went downstairs and got some lap dances, hung out with some of the strippers and stuff. And then, what?
I was trying to, I actually felt like I was staying away from you guys, and I didn't mean to do that, but I was trying to stay away from Tom from New Orleans. Now, Tom set this up for us here on this balcony, got us a great spot. So for that, thank you, Tom. For anything else, you're a mess, a disaster, and a pain in the ass to hang out with. So right after we're done with the show, and during yesterday's show, mind you, he was constantly annoying us.
Yeah.
Constantly annoying us. The times you heard him annoying us on the air, that was only on the air. Off the air, he was constantly annoying us to where Club Soda Kenny was ready to just treat him like beads and lob him into the crowd. Just a pain in the ass. So when the show gets done, we all go downstairs to watch some dancers. I sit down with my girlfriend and Jimmy. You guys are still upstairs for a little while. And I came down so quickly because I didn't want to stay up here with Tom. So we sit down there, you guys gather in the corner, and Tom goes over by you guys. So now I didn't want to come over there and hang with Tom because he's a pain in the ass. So I'm just looking over occasionally, watching him molest the dancers. Just grabbing him like a bowling ball. His fingers are wandering into their ass cracks. They're all upset. They're trying to jump off of him.
I got to tell you, though, he's got the move because he makes it look like it's by accident, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He was feeling up girls. He was like, rubbing their intimate areas.
He's grabbing crotch.
And then the girl will get pissed off. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like he acts all naive and stuff. But he had to move down.
I saw a girl push his hand away from her crotch as that hand was being pushed away. His other hand wrapped around and grabbed her tit.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's got the nerve.
You got to respect that.
She's fighting him off. He's like a rapist in slow motion.
And he's just getting hammered. I think he was on shrooms yesterday.
Yeah. He was talking about mushrooms.
And then he wants to drive 12 of us to another strip club where you get, free BJs or something?
I know a place where you can get blowjobs, boys. It's going to be great. Just hop in my vehicle. I'll drive.
I would sooner get in a car in the 70s with Billy Martin than with this guy. Who was driving with him? You could not be drunk enough. Maybe Steve. You could not be drunk enough.
Unless you're a technician at XM, maybe.
Did you get in the car with him?
Jaime got in the car with him after dinner?
You must have been hammered. Or either that or you didn't see enough of Tom to understand he was...
I was called in, told I got a surprise for you by a certain person who's downstairs dancing like a fucking monkey right now. I won't mention his name. Paul, I got a great surprise for you. You got to meet me. Go to the place where you guys were having dinner.
Yeah.
Pops out of his, whatever. He was laying on the fucking floor. Tom, hey, let's go party, guys. And I'm like, oh, shit. That was my surprise for the night.
And then you had to get in a vehicle with him?
Needless to say, it was really shitty.
Wait, you drove with him?
No, he wasn't driving. Somebody else that guy was driving.
Oh, that's
even worse.
I'm sure he was
gonna
in
love
great
him
shape
today.
too.
Which is that the guy? Wearing the same shirt he had on last night.
Exactly.
My whole goal at dinner was, because he's a super fan, was to piss him off to the point that he'll never listen to us again.
Oh, this guy.
You really pissed him off.
We are at this place, and all they're talking about is the show, and I'm like, look, beautiful girls, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well,
I wound up having
night.
to sit next to him at dinner.
Yeah, we'll
And he
explain.
didn't shut up about the show.
So then Anthony is a man of his word. We went to dinner on his tab last night.
Yeah, well, you didn't finish the story downstairs.
Oh, there
with
was more to
strippers.
it? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Tom then gets this was the beginning of what I saw also at dinner. Tom decides, well, we're all going to drink, obviously. The shot girl starts coming over. And he's like, come on, shots for everybody. Shots, we're all doing shots. So I figured those things are pretty small, and the sour apples are really good. My girlfriend was having a couple, I think Steve maybe. Mm-hmm. And so we do all the shots up. Give it to the shot girl, and we start, looking at the dancers and talking again. Well, then the shot girl comes over and goes, I'm really sorry, but that's $15 for the shots. And I look over, I go, I thought Tom had these. I go, and not like I thought Tom had these, get the money from him, but I just wanted to know what happened. I thought Tom had it. No, he said no, he's not paying for them. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I give the girl, 20 or whatever. She said, thank you. For the rest of the night, she's apologizing to me that this scumbag was, welshing. And he was the one that said, shots for everybody. Lap dances, he gets people lap dances and doesn't pay for them. He is a menace.
And that was just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because then at dinner, he was trying to order what?
We get to dinner, and that's just, we walk into the dining room, and it just horrifies everybody else there. I understand it's Mardi Gras. It's going to be loud and everything. But Tom is one of those loud, embarrassing to be with, belligerent drunks. And he's just ruining everyone else's night that's trying to just maybe get a couple of minutes away from the crowds on Bourbon Street to steal away with his girlfriend or something. And there's Tom. Let me tell you, I fuck her in the ass. Yeah. Oh, God, Tom, what? Yeah, this couple was sitting real close to us. Was a whiz at the host of this place to sit him right next to our table. Ruined their evening.
The guy with the eye patch?
Yeah, the guy with the eye patch comes in with his chick. They sat him right next to us. Dining room had plenty of open tables. For some reason, they're right next to us. They got to listen to Tom. So we sit down. We get the menus. And Tom goes, the waiter comes over. Tom goes, all right, let's get one of every appetizer on the menu for the table. Like we're all gonna, like the big man's gonna order everything, and we'll all pick at each other's and stuff, which I fucking hate. I hate dealing like that. You get your menu, you order your appetizer, your main course, your dessert, whatever the frig you want. You order it yourself, you eat it yourself. If you want to share it with someone, fine. But
and let's make it clear, Tom knew, and everyone else at the table knew that you were picking up the tab because we talked about it on the air and stuff yesterday. So that was his first move.
I didn't let it go for 2 seconds. The second he said it, I go, Tom, wait. You paying for this? He goes, no. I go, good. Then order your appetizer, your dinner, and everyone order theirs, and deal with it that way. Because you know what happens? You get the big shot. He's acting like a big shot that orders an appetizer, one of every appetizer for the table. It ends up a big pile of food that completely goes to waste. Or there's something you want that Tom all of a sudden takes his filthy fork and shoves it in it, and now I can't eat it because it went into his mouth, which is a whole nother story unto itself.
Filthy maw.
That horrible hole. And I told him no. So everyone, orders individually. That's the way it's done.
Yeah, but then you got to remember that he grabbed Steve's appetizer and started eating that.
Oh my God, yeah. So the waiter, I guess, brought over Steve's appetizer and inadvertently put it in front of Tom. Tom takes that fork and digs it into the appetizer and starts eating it. And Steve goes, "Where's mine?" And Tom goes, "Oh, I think I got yours," and goes to hand it back to Steve. We all lose it. Because who the hell is going to start eating out of that? It's like eating a kibble out of the dog's bowl. You know? You're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Awful man.
Digging it in, trying to pass it back, and then Ben starts digging in and eating it. Ben actually ate out of that.
Ben was drunk enough to start eating out of Tom's plate, which all of a sudden made my girlfriend almost puke.
Yeah, she actually put her hand over her mouth and said, "I can't look at him eating out of that."
Everybody was that you were eating out of his plate.
Yeah,
I'd rather eat ravioli after it was dumped in a septic tank. How did you just dig in and munch?
First of all, he hardly touched it, and we're in New Orleans.
Hardly.
Trying to sample a lot of food.
The food is fine, but after it's been in his mouth,
It wasn't his mouth. If a fork goes into half the side of the plate,
Fork
it's not in.
goes into his mouth, fork back in,
Scrapes teeth.
contaminated.
I'm with these guys. I mean, his teeth are so awful, you just can't go there.
Mushroom-laden gums and green teeth.
I got to ask, I mean, I have to ask Jim, what did I do to you that you would give...
Well, wait, before even that, he dropped his phone into his soup.
Right.
He was fumbling with his phone the whole night, Tom. Had it out. I think he was calling Opie.
No, the phone rang. It was the Crazy Train ring, Ozzy's Crazy Train.
Yeah.
So he kept holding it up, going, "Look, Norton, I love you, Norton."
Look, Norton, and you hear Crazy Train playing because that's his ring. And he's so drunk, he starts fumbling his phone, and it was slow motion. I saw him trying to catch it and gather it up, and it's bobbling off of each of his fat little drunken fingers, and just plops face first the phone right into his creamy soup.
It was crawfish biscuit.
Crawfish bisque. His phone just goes splat, and he's like, "Oh, damn."
So then Norton decides to do one of his gags, and he gives Tom my cell phone
Well, Tom was asking for my number. He's like, "I want to call you, Norton." So
I
I'm
want
like,
to
"All
test
right."
if my phone works, so let me get one of your numbers.
And I of course said sure, of course, and I gave him Ope's cell number, so
Yeah.
he just continues to call Ope. It was great.
At dinner,
so at the
over
table.
and over again, he's leaving messages, even though he's like 5 feet away from me.
Hey, Opie, how you doing?
How's your appetizer?
Could you imagine sitting with this idiot at dinner, people? It was a nightmare.
So
you shouldn't have picked up your phone, by the way. Someone gave him my cell phone number, and I'm like, "Go ahead, call. That's my own cell phone, my old cell phone. It's not mine." So he starts dialing it, and I feel it vibrating in my pocket, and he's looking at me, and I won't even acknowledge that I feel it. I'm
Dude,
like, "Go ahead,
that's
call
my
it."
old number. Keep calling it.
My phone was on the table just bouncing around because it was on vibrate. It was pretty obvious that he nailed it.
So Opie.
So I'm like, you know what? This is funny and all, but I got to teach him a lesson because I know what was going to happen. I know, it's all good here at Mardi Gras, but we're going to get back to New York, and I'm going to get drunken phone calls from Tom over and over again, So I don't know how I got him to give me...
He handed the phone to me.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
To mess around with it, and then I handed it to your brother, who then handed it to you.
Right.
Trying to get the soup out of it.
Right. So
And now we knew it was like, now when I saw Opie with his phone, I know Ope. I've seen it before, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. This does not bode well for Tom's phone.
So then I go to, dial numbers, and I erase my number, right?
Right.
And then I just proceed to dangle it over my huge glass of water. It was one of these big, huge mugs of water, like a tumbler, and I went, oops.
Opie, don't you do it.
And I went, oops, dropped it right into the water, goes to the bottom of my tumbler of water. And the whole table is like, oh.
That phone sank like a 5-year-old at Tommy Lee's house.
Wow. And it was great because you could see it was lit up. And then as it hit the bottom of the water glass, you just saw it go like the lights on the Titanic before it went under.
Yeah.
It just kind of blinked a couple of times and went dark. Oh, Opie, give me my phone. And then he's trying to get it to work the rest of the night, which it didn't, much to Opie's glee.
Oh, yeah. I almost got him to give it back to me a second time because I was telling him I used to work for a cell phone company and I know what to do to dry out your phone. He was so close to giving it to me again. And you guys thought I was going to just throw it back in the water. At that point, I was just going to smash it right in front of him on the floor.
Smash it on the floor.
The guy just hung up, but someone from New Orleans was trying to get on the show. He said that Master Poe got a wow sticker on, TV down here.
He did. He got on the 3 o'clock. It was being taped for the 3 o'clock news. We didn't know if he would get on, but he did run right in front of the camera. So.
Well, someone in New Orleans here saw it on local TV.
Poe's an animal down there. He's an
How
animal.
many people were murdered overnight, Ant? Did you watch the
I didn't
local
catch
news?
the murder report. I got home and passed right out, man.
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
All right, why don't we take our first break? We're going to head out onto the balcony and see what's going on, but we wanted to start the show in here at least. Well, we could do that live read when we come back, right, for Vermont Teddy Bear? All right. It's Opie and Anthony. We're broadcasting live from the Crazy Horse. We got Eric back in New York. Eric, just play whatever. Oh, we got something picked out in honor of Tom harassing the strippers?
Yes, exactly.
All right, in honor